And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are now in the garden, and we'll be interesting to be here as always. Checking over the different plants. I went over stuff earlier. Make sure everything is going well. Okay, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I had a couple of different things to do yesterday, and I got them done. Making sure the yard is in good shape, and here we are. The birds are chirping really a lot this morning. The clouds are quite fascinating. Cloud, the clouds are quite interesting. These clouds can be quite crazy looking. It's like an entity in itself. We talk about entities and stuff on the show, but yeah, the cloud itself is like an entity. Okay. Talk about aliens, UFOs a lot here, and of course trials and things like that too. But it almost looks like a UFO, but it's not. So yeah, I birds really can, like, when you look at it, they do a lot of communicating with each other, and they're trying to attract mates and different things like that. So that is very fascinating what they're able to do if you really look at it deeply. They're not just birds chirping; they're actually communicating and getting mates and stuff. That's probably why they called it Twitter in the beginning, because like what we're hearing, just birds tweeting back and forth. Yeah, and we'll definitely be looking into those UFO files and see if there's anything reputable in them, like anything to write home about. I'm not too sure if there are. Hello, Refa. Well, yeah, it's really just fascinating how. Yes, I appreciate that. It's very beautiful. We definitely like to see these in the morning because there's so many different bird variations that are just around everywhere. Because I show the garden and I show these other things in nature too. There's the mockingbird that comes around here, and he likes to chirp, and he has all kinds of different tunes. Hey, hi, hello, Rebecca. It's great to see you as always. Yeah, so right now we have chickens, we have the roosters crowing, and many different birds around. And yeah, just like this sky is like looks like a painting. That is just magnificent. Very much so. Yeah, that captures it pretty good in a pretty good spot. Yeah. And we are in the garden live, observing the morning. It is always a fascination to see how these different things, like nature, correlate together. So yeah, and a lot of the birds are in these different trees in this region that way, and then they kind of come over here as the morning comes. And yeah, so I fixed up things in the yard today because yesterday actually I was doing that. later on today I'll do the alien file stream, but this is an it's much different looking now with because it's all cut because there's a lot of rain recently. I wasn't really able to do phone garden lives, and like for those that might be like just coming in here, we do these garden lives pretty much every day or every night, and we look at nature and talk about all kinds of things, especially like cryptids and stuff and whatever else. Yeah, so that's the okra plant. So this is the garden part. We're gonna have like crops and things like that. Also these flowers too, which are edible. And here we are. We have more, coming up, but right here is the tomatoes. Now, everybody I think likes tomatoes. Now, if someone disagrees with me, they can let me know in the comments. But these tomatoes, you see that one, the little small one. When I was getting this cut earlier, I accidentally not that's not a word. I accidentally just unrooted that plant right there. And I just was holding it in my hand and I just was thinking to myself, it's, hopefully not the tomato plant, but it was. So the plant wouldn't go into shock. I did some things. I put it back in the ground and put tons of water and then put some soil on top of it. And thankfully the plant didn't go into shock and it's fine. Like nothing ever happened. And this one's just been growing, doing its thing, growing up. Yeah. And these okra plants I've never grown before, but I've had some friends that have grown them, which I think are pretty cool. And then you see this plant is trying to act like it's one of those, but it isn't. It's at all the different plants that can be there. It's pretending to be one of those. I just think that is just really funny what it's pretending to be. Hilarious. Okay. And so you got more of these and they're edible. Okay. Yeah, you could almost call these sunrise streams at this point because that's what we like to do. Okay. We talk about cryptids, aliens, and trials, and we just have eclectic conversations from all over the place. Now we're just going to view more of the sky right here. See? Yeah, you see that bird in the background is the mockingbird that I was mentioning before. Is that one? Okay. So it looks like they want to see this kind of thing instead. Anyway. Okay, so there are. I would say there's a lot of things and mythological stories I do believe are real, right? What I mean by that is I know there's things that are made up, but there's ones that are talked about in different stories, and I believe that some of them could have truth to it. And in that situation, when you have that truth that's being discussed, it is certainly plausible to believe and comprehend that in those circumstances, sometimes people are seeing things that were strange, or- but it was actually not fake like they said it was. It was actually something real. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's made up characters, made up things. There's all kinds of fictional stuff out there. But I do believe there's reality. There's actual things in this world that cannot be completely explained. And something I'm thinking is that there's probably different plants and stuff that were used that they say don't exist anymore as possible too. But we will see over time if it really is or isn't. I think that there's a lot of things in this world we didn't discover yet and don't completely understand. And when we ever do discover them, people will be seen as correct. When before in the past they're seen as wrong. Like, because a lot of times it's easy to dismiss something as false, but when they actually didn't realize, they just didn't discover it yet. There's different cases that I like to see about, talk about, and it's really fascinating to know there were so many cases that happened that were not solved, but later on with DNA evidence that happened, they still can't figure out certain things. So it certainly adds the mystery to, who did what. Like Jack the Ripper, they're not really too sure who did that one. Although they've allegedly discovered it, they don't really know at the time who did what. And it is really incredible how different groups of people were able over time, they came up with the concept of DNA studying, which I think was good. DNA doesn't lie, but sometimes there are exceptions to the rule when things may not always be as they seem. It sounds like a crow. There are definitely a lot of crows that come around here, but ravens seem to be even like ravens are cool. I don't know if there's any ravens around here, but there's definitely crows like you hear in the distance. Like the crows kind of sound rude. They sound angry too. And back. So what happened was something went out for a second, but it is back on. Yeah. Oh, there's that mockingbird. He's starting to chirp again. Hey, there's that mockingbird. He's speaking up a storm right now. Good morning, mermaid. I was wondering about the video, and glad that you got it done. That's good. I hope that you are uh, doing well. Yeah, I remember you were talking about earlier. You're going to be doing the pools rooms, and I'm glad for the update about it. Yeah. Yeah. So where I am, it's obviously daytime, but the sun isn't completely here yet. Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds good, mermaid. All right. I will go there. All right. Go there. These are some interesting flowers, by the way. All right. Yeah, I will go join all over there. Uh, we'll join you over there. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Very nice plants right here. I like the scary pools. Those are my favorite ones. They have a nice mysteriousness to them. Reset. Oh, yeah, mermaid. I thought first. Okay. I didn't think that. Yeah, I never knew that you did it this at this time. Thanks for clarifying, because I didn't know for a second because you never did it this late before. But I was like, maybe she's gonna do it, but I didn't think so. So yeah, I would. It's very late where you are. It's 5 a.m. where you are. Yeah. So yeah, it's. Thanks for clarifying. You're going to rest. That makes more sense than the other thing. Okay. So appreciate you stopping by and coming out. Oh, look at this, mermaid. Well, look at these pink clouds. It's like your hair. That's what the color is. Yeah. So this is with me is that I did rest earlier. I did, and the whole night I was kind of like walking around, and not like walking around. I was. Well, I'll see if you're going to maybe do the upload. That's what I was going to see. And I was kind of like watching the art and stuff, and I see that you're gonna be scheduling your stream another time. It's not gonna like go on tonight because I already passed over. So, and yesterday I was gonna do a live stream about the alien files, but instead I did work in the yard to get the grass done and things like that. And I was that took the whole day, so I didn't get to do the stream that I was going to do. But it is very late, yeah. So okay, tonight. All right, I look forward to seeing it. Yeah, so pretty clouds, and you have like as it like kind of beams off the house, and it this nice glow. But the choo choo, yeah, I really like your premieres. Your content's really great, and your channel's growing very much. You've been doing excellent with it. Good morning to you, Gabe. Welcome to the stream. We're watching the morning. Yeah, so the pools rooms are a good idea. I've been at real pools rooms before, but mostly I was at outside pools. That's what I was mostly at. But those pool rooms, the lore behind it's really interesting. Where it could be different entities behind the curtains. There could be different types of mechanisms where it's like a limbo of some kind. It's very very cool stuff. I like the ideas the different creators have made. It's nice to see the other moves to the gameplay of it. I like the slides. The slides are fun to go down. Oh, okay, thanks. 2:30 Mountain Time. Yes, thanks for catching me up on that, Mermaid. I was wondering about it. So it's you have a good night, have a blessed sleep, and see you on your premiere tomorrow. Yes, yes. Shout out to you, Mermaid. You have a very great channel. Pools Mermaid is an excellent channel about games regarding pool room exploration and various other types of games to explore too. Very great content. Oh yes, absolutely. Oh, thanks for hitting the like button, Mermaid. I appreciate that. Oh, the octopus. Hello, Grayson. Now there is times when you have apparently UFOs disguise themselves as clouds. I've heard. One time I saw a real strange cloud at night that could have been something like that. That's what some people tell me, and what I've seen on the internet. Also, yeah. So yeah, the sun is kind of like creeping over the edge. That's where those birds are. Okay, so I believe there's probably UFO information they're not releasing or may never release. So a lot of times with the governments, we may never really know what the actual truth is. They may never really reveal what's actually going on. And of course, all that's speculation and it's alleged. So we have that, and but I would like to have everything come out and there's be complete transparency. But I don't know if they're always going to be honest about transparency of pretty much anything. People are seeing cryptids and types of creatures, but then they say they weren't real. Because like people were seeing things at night and different times, and they said they're crazy, but in reality they weren't really crazy. They're actually seeing something strange. That's like koala bear. That's what it looks like. Scared. Yeah, but yeah, so that's what the opinion I have is about that. It's like you have these different types of truths out there, and there's lots of hoaxes at the same time that can be occurring too. So beware of the hoaxes and stuff as well. So a lot of things live in caves in isolation, and I think the reason for that is because they can't be seen. There's a lot of stories of tall tales of different things and people living in caves and animals, and yeah, it's a secluded place, and it could really be an endless trail of something. Because it could go on for miles and miles, and things even go underground. So when you have all that, things aren't as clean cut and clear as you may think they might be. So I just, reiterate that sometimes there's a theory that when AI came out, there were different types of things that were coming out that people said that it's possible that they will say AI made something, but it really is real. So you don't really know what's real and what's AI made. So you might see a real video of some kind of cryptid and they'll say, oh, it's just AI. So the timing of that is interesting that people have thought about. And I mean, the timing could have been any time, but it's still constant to think about that the stuff is that there's like a plot twist to the AI that's seen. And that's where those different giants and things that were talked about that exist. The giants, as I said, they went higher up so they wouldn't be detected. They were higher up so they wouldn't be detected. And after that happened, they wanted to make sure they were out of harm's way, so they just went and hid in the caves. But then when people went and explored the caves, that's when these things are starting to be found. That's really red right there. Almost looks like a purple. Yeah, just, thanks, chat. See, that to me looks like a purple color. So the different types of entities out there, there's a cyclops, right? So a cyclops is kind of a crazy looking thing where it is a one-eyed giant ogre thing. I've seen videos of them, but they're supposed to be supposedly AI made. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but they're supposedly AI made. They're not necessarily completely real, but I think they're probably very real indeed. The different types of things like that. Yeah. And here's an update on the sky. Yeah, but the Cyclops is another creature that existed. I mean, allegedly existed. It's a mythology, and that may have been created by fallen entities or something kind of hybrid thing. Again, similar to Nephilim that lives in caves. Yeah. Oh yeah, you'd really like it here. Yeah, yeah, it's very nostalgic. Yeah. Oh, and this area is Siren Head. Oh yeah. Okay, Siren Head is this that was invented late. That was either discovered or invented later. And Siren Head is this type of entity. It's a huge giant, probably larger than this tree or the house. And it makes a siren sound, but instead of it being a siren, it's actually an entity and it can capture people, and it's an omen too. Yeah. So that is something crazy about the siren heads. Yeah. But my favorite type of sirens are the ones in the sea. Imagine a day at the ocean. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine at the sea and you hear the sirens and you hear both sirens. You hear the siren head, which is the giant. Oh, he is scared. Scared. Yeah, I see him right there. Scared. Okay, if we're very, you know, act calmly, the siren head right there will probably ignore us. Yeah. Happy birthday, Day GT. Yes. Happy birthday to him. Yes. Yeah, and that is the thing about the sirens. There's Calypso. God bless you too, mermaid, and have a good slumber. I'll show you more of the scene. So you have that, right? Yeah, mermaids, sirens, and aliens facts, and coral reefs and spacecraft. Yeah, awesome. This area, mermaid, is very old, by the way. That's why it gives off a nostalgic feeling to it. It was supposed to be like a farmland in the city. That's what it's like. You know what I need to do? I need to grow the sunflowers this year. I am I'm by the Gulf. I'm by a Gulf. I'm not as close to the ocean. I'm by a lake too, and a Gulf, but not the ocean itself. But there's still it looks like an ocean from a long time ago. Yeah. So right here, the heart of the ocean can definitely be felt though. Yes, it's a another area. It was. I need to go to sunflowers this year. That'll be nice to see because that'll really fit in with the setting that we like to have. You know, it just kind of gives off middle of the nowhere vibes. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for blessings in the stream. I appreciate it. Amen. And you as well, mermaid, and all the sirens and the sea on your island of different pool rooms. Yeah. By the way, there are green parrots. I don't know if they're still around here, but they were here. You know, before I'm not like went and like looked for them, but they're like little green parakeets in the trees. I remember seeing them before. That's always nice. It's very relaxing, absolutely. Here's another angle of it. And you got these trees. Oh, nice, nice. Uh, that's gonna be fun to watch. I like the UFC. The fighting, that's fun to see. Yeah. It's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be so much blood spilling. It'll be it'll be like crude oil spilling. That's what it'll be. It'll be the crimson oil, and it'll be the um, aura of death too. Let's see, the sun is right there. It's kind of peeking up a little bit right there. it'll be it's like uh, the fight of the Titans. It'll be like the a full war of like tigers fighting or lions fighting. My best buddy, uh, my best bud mermaid, you too as well. Hello, Bend. They, it's it wasn't gonna rain this time. It's gonna rain in a couple of days, I think, but not this time. Or it was gonna rain, but it chose not to rain. Yeah, the weather can be unpredictable. Oh, you're talking about the fight. Okay, I thought I may have mentioned something in a past stream or something, but okay. So okay, they might cancel the fight. Okay, because of the rain. I got you. Okay. And there's a dog, like likes to bark. Or it said, "Run it, snow there will be fight." They said Dana White. Oh, okay. Thanks, mermaid. Understood. Oh, okay, so they may not cancel it. Yeah, because no, it seems pretty certain it's going to happen. Yes, yes, absolutely. I hope it's a good fight too. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild, dude. If it, it not being canceled, yeah, they'll certainly be. It's gonna be wild, indeed. Yes, wise man. It's nice to see non-chemtrail clouds. I agree, because the chemtrail clouds are just really unnatural. Yeah, Ben, that'll be funny. It'll malarkey. That's what uh, the line would be, and there's he'd get fired. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, she's would be really bitter against him. Yeah. And the camera would zoom in on her. It'd be a 2016 reunion. Yeah. You too, wise man. Hey, Sebastian. The moon roots are calling my name. Yeah, yeah. The spaceship garden is blooming with forbidden eyes. The moon roots are calling your name again. Yeah. The moon is my roots, indeed, and it is calling my name. And we certainly will be doing more of those too, and the morning ones as well. But yes, the moon is certainly my roots, indeed. Translate the ocean of your forgotten moons into YouTube signal that the algorithm keeps feeding me images of screaming crystal worms and dancing sun lizards wearing your face. Oh, well, that sounds like a very big trip right there. Very big trip. I they certainly I'm popular in those other dimensions. The last three mornings, same each time. It's a little bit different. No, it's a little bit different each time. Oh, okay. Yeah, just Every single time is a little bit different than the last. Okay. So that's the sun right there, kind of hiding in the clouds. There's lots of clouds, of course, so it's not going to be as clear. I don't. I will probably be live around this time tomorrow. I'm gonna start it earlier though, around maybe through. I'm not too sure. Uh, and if I'm not on, it'll be the next day. Around this time, I'll be here. But I am going to do them at night again too. So look forward to seeing you on the next one, Sebastian. Like tomorrow morning, I probably will be here. Yeah, most likely. See you later, alligator. Yeah. Good morning, Ruby. Welcome. Thank you, um, Rebecca. Yeah. Yeah, you see and that has to do with the garden era that we're in, the garden merch, because we have done so many things with over time the spaceship has gone through different phases, and the garden era phase is the new thing, and the merch resembles the new age that we're in about it. So yeah, I definitely think the merch is very cool for those interested. And yeah, I mean, we went through the era of scared, which we still are in scared, and then over time it goes down to how it is now, you know. And I like it. It's really cool how the Garden Lives definitely be getting a lot of traction. And see, it's kind of dark right now because it's real cloudy, but we're just gonna go this way. So let's observe them a little bit more. Oh, it's Rebecca. It is quiet this morning. Yeah, it's quiet.
Weird.
Yeah, so it's nice to see natural clouds and not the chemtrail clouds. That's definitely true. And I started the stream a little bit at a kind of like an odd hour, so to speak. Kind of like an odd time. Now, when the people go and rewatch it, they will see. Uh, they'll see it later when they rewatch it. Now, the so tonight just had a different schedule than the usual times, but I wanted to catch the sunrise for everybody. That's what I wanted to do, and we did it. And yeah, but tomorrow, I mean tonight, or whenever I do the garden live again, we will do it at the time we usually do it, where people will be able to catch it. Yeah. There's some interesting flowers on this one. I have not had yellow watermelon before. I have to try that. This is some squash, especially pumpkins and squash. Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, I know there's the squash from Japan that's very rare, but the yellow squash, yeah, is very sweet indeed. Yeah, remember in Kentucky there is some wild uh, watermelon growing, and I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, watermelon is certainly refreshing and sweet, especially in the summertime. It can be made into all kinds of things, which I like definitely. Oh, and it's also Sunday too, so people might be, there might be doing other things. Yeah, so there's wild watermelon, and I've not had it, but I have seen it grow before. And here's the elderberry things here. Yeah, a lot of times, In the daytime, the pumpkins will look like this. Then they'll kind of look exhausted during the sun time, but then after that, they come back in the evening. Yeah. And some watermelon in general, I've not grown before, but I definitely need to try that. I definitely need to try to grow that at some point. The watermelon is also very healthy. Um, there's a couple of different types of trees also that grow nice fruit. That's good to have too. And like for instance, the bananas are actually berries; they're not really fruit, like you think. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you. This is like the Dr. Seuss type flowers right here. These have yellow in them for some reason. There's another view of the trees. It's pretty cool. The dates of the palm trees are cool as well. Yeah, I've had eggplant. Eggplant's very good to have too. You can cook it and make it into all kinds of different food. And I like that there's different varieties of different types of. You have a mainstream version of a plant or a vegetable, then you have other variations of them, which I like that. So there's like for instance bananas. There's a blue banana, which I think that's it sounds trippy, but it's a thing. So yeah, I just like with ghosts and stuff and cryptids we talk about. Like there's a Bigfoot in one place, and there's a Yeti in another place. It's basically the same thing with different variations of it. So even in the supernatural world, they talk about stuff like that. Thanks. Yeah, so that is the sun. Okay. Show it also for another angle too. That's it. And yes, indeed, Rebecca. That almost looks like a face. Scared. Yeah, that would be cool. It's just the thing is, it's the phone. I have to figure out how to do it where the phone doesn't get wet. But yeah, that'll be a cool thing to do at some point. All right, so this is the sun hitting different plants. It's pretty cool. So I'll figure out a workaround with the phone because it's like it'll just mess up the screen where it'll just highlight random comments and stuff. It'll so yeah, I'll figure out a way to work around it and then we could do it. I've been in like light storms before, and we've gotten quite a few people then. So yeah, that'd be cool to do. It is Bubbles right there. He's Bubbles' brother. So his name is Bubbles' brother. That's what he's called. Yes, he's like Snow. Eyes, his eyes are green. That's a cicada. That's cicadas in the background. My neighbors have bird feeders. I just have the seeds. I have seeds. Okay. A wasp was following me around for some reason. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, so yeah, the neighbors have bird feeders. I don't have the bird feeders, but probably should get some. But the plants that we have here are the natural bird feeders, and like the trees and stuff. But yeah, the bird feeders are around. Yeah, especially some of like the sunflowers that I'll grow will be like bird feeders. But yeah, that's a good question.
When I was little, we had bird feeders, and they love the different seeds that they have. I mean, bird feeders can come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. It almost looks like a cuckoo clock. The cuckoo clocks that they had back in the past. They have like a little bird that goes cuckoo, and he goes back in his little house. Sometimes there's scary ones. Like there's like a skeleton one that was pretty cool. But anyway, a bird feeder is kind of like that, and I think it's good for people to have them. As I said, when you have nature like this, the nature itself is a bird feeder, but it's something cool to also get. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so yeah, she goes to Michael's Arts and Crafts and get a wooden feeders, then paint it. Oh, that's awesome. To do it like that, the best ways to do it. There are those darn crows again. I like crows, but they sound real rude. Hey, got him. I'm doing good, bro. Hey, Con. Good to see you. Yeah, I am just observing nature right now. Not really talking about too much at the moment. But we're having a good stream, though. And I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. The sleeping cat. Thank you, Con. Yeah, got him. He's a good cat. He likes to rest and do his thing. He's good at guarding the garden at night and during the day. Yeah, see, he's my cat. Yeah, and my family's. Rebecca says, I had an orange tabby female cat before, very rare. I named her Mango. Oh, that's great. That's great. Mango's a good name. Oh. Now, speaking of mangoes, apparently in Pakistan has the best mangoes on earth. But yeah, the mangoes are one of my favorite, to have in a smoothie. And that's a very great name for a cat, by the way. Cats a lot of times can look like, sweets or snacks or fruit, vegetables. So that is something I think is a cool when a lot of times cats get nicknames like that. Oh, okay, Bangladeshi mangoes are the best. Okay, okay, I that would be something cool to try. I appreciate it, and definitely the mangoes and are is my favorite one, and I have to try the Bangladeshi one at some point. Yeah. And because a lot of times with Usually, I would have them with smoothies, but there's other ways people consume them, I'm sure. It's really cool when the mango itself looks. I like the different colors it has in it as the design of the plant, the design of the fruit itself. Yeah. Okay, and Rebecca says grapefruit is my favorite. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, morning, Saw. Welcome to the stream. And we have bubbles right here. Yes, mangoes are available in the U.S., but like the Pakistan mango isn't. Uh, and I don't know if the Bangladeshi one is. I don't know if that one. I have to research that one, but the like for instance, the Pakistani one, they don't go to the U.S. as easily because of the fruit fly concerns. Not that the fruit itself is contaminated, but that they don't. They're concerned about fruit flies coming in because they have a lot of strict protocols when importing things. But yes, mangoes are imported here, but certain countries they don't always import them here from. But there are farmers that import them from certain countries that usually wouldn't. But they're over in England, the certain ones. But yes, uh, mangoes are in the U.S. everywhere. Yeah. Because I've had the mangoes through smoothies and other types of drinks too. Let's see. And I learned that the on some of these streams is that the guava fruit, which is not as popular in the United States, is over in India. It was brought over there for cultivation. For instance, there's a pepper plant that I've grown that is from Thailand, but originated from South America. So I think it's pretty cool how over time things that were here were more popular in other places. Speaking of drinks, the Japanese drink where I know the name, but I don't remember it right now, where they have those little black things. That's always quite fascinating to me. And you'll have like these little fruits inside of this drink. It's kind of trippy. And there it is. Sauce says, "How is everyone doing this morning?" Oh, we are doing great. We a mermaid completed her. She was doing this video. She's going to be. She was working on, and she was here earlier, and I am doing good. Later to later this evening or today, something like that. Probably this evening, I suppose. I'll do, God willing, I'll do the UFO file thing. See, yesterday I had a big thing to do in the yard. It unexpectedly came up, but it's all good, and I got it done. So today I'll be doing the stream stuff, and yeah. So it's been a nice morning. We got to see the sun come up with some clouds, and right now it's cloudy. That's why it's not really shining bright. But there's clouds, like for instance, like you got those clouds right there. Oh yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, I am busy. Yeah. And Saul, I hope you're doing well too. And I'm glad you're able to come by our stream. Oh yeah, so Rebecca said Alien has some shirt in his merch store. It's really cool. Yeah, there's a new merch about the a new design for the Garddden era. Yeah, the Garddden stream stuff. Because yeah, that's the symbol of the Garden Lives. Even if it's not always in display, like in a thumbnail. Oh, that's good, Saul. So that's something I'm glad that I got designed and out there because, the Garden Stream era is one of the greatest eras of the spaceship so far. I like it, and very cool design. So that sounds relaxing. So I'm glad you're doing that. Oh yes, glad that you. Yes, appreciate that. Your favorite live stream. I like seeing these different parts of the world that we talk to on these streams because I like knowing what they eat or the type of fruits and things they have. It's very cool. So it's a way of traveling around the world in a way. So I it seems Asia has lots of mangoes there in different parts, and yeah, each one has different tastes and flavors to them, yeah. And different variations in different countries because they cultivate them in different ways. Yeah. I'll say growing or anything you grow in your own tastes better than the grocery store always. I mean, having a mango drink at a coffee place or from a store is fine, but I mean, eating it from the plant's better. But uh, broccoli is an example I always use, and I would say more people would like broccoli, especially kids and stuff, if they had it from the plant directly. It tastes like two different things, okay? And the part of the reason why the broccoli some doesn't taste the greatest because it's been processed and sitting on a shelf for a little while. Because um, the broccoli is dark green. The whole thing's green. There's nothing yellow in it or light green in it. And I like the corn, from the plant. Exactly, not sprayed with chemicals. Yeah. Yeah, I like being as natural as possible. I'll even resort to growing things in different. You see, I've grown things around November and December, or I'll plant stuff then. And then around when it's over with, or around winter, it starts to come up. And there's over here, it'll be cold for a long time. Then it goes back being hot and cold. Then eventually it just gets hot. So when you have weather like that, all the bugs are gone. So everything will just be cultivated naturally. That's worked out for me. So, but there are times, as I said, the bug nets are something I like the most. And so I would like personally the natural stuff is the best. Rather than spraying with chemicals. Yeah, so I fixed up the yard, and I told y'all it got very overgrown because of the not unfortunate because of the rain. It's not unfortunate though. It was just pretty cool. Right. And see earlier over here, so this is the tomatoes. And earlier when I was kind of weeding it out, I pulled up a plant and I'm like, it hopefully wasn't the tomato plant. And you know what it was? The tomato plant. It was that one right there. And I was concerned it would go through a shock. When you bring something out of the ground and put it back in, it could cause a shock. So what I did was I got some of the soil from over here, and I put it in the hole, and I put tons of water, and I put more soil on top of it, and it didn't go into shock, and it's still going. And right there is the nice another one, and in that area, there's like little tiny ones that are growing, that are starting to come up. Yeah, and here we are right here, and everything is different. Where when you have the everything cut, and you have a little pathway, so you have just an area where vegetables are growing. Yeah. Yeah, it was very hot. It was very hot yesterday, especially in the middle of the day. Oh, and those are some flowers. Yes, they are hardy. Yes. Right here is squash, and those are some squash flowers. And here's the daytime with these right here. It is daytime. And we're going to check out the sun because it's back out. Yeah, so there is the majestic sun. Yes, it is, absolutely. Yeah, and then when the clouds go and surround them, it'll be like, it'll cause a certain aura of the sky to change. Pretty interesting. Good morning, Lori. Welcome. Yeah, Lori, the merch store is not connected yet to the channel. I have to go and do that, but yeah, I eventually will do that. Look, I mean, I'll do it when when it works. Yeah. So yeah, thanks, Lori, for the interest in it. Yeah, and yeah, on your phone, it's what you would do is you can tap on it on the comment and see about pressing a link that way should work. But if it doesn't do it, then you'll get the link later. But yeah, it will. Yeah, because I have to hook it up to the store. Because I remember what I did was I went to hook it up to the store, and it was going to connect. Then it doesn't say an option to connect, but it's supposed to be there. But so it's a bunch of gymnastics that will be done. So I'll eventually get it right. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lori, for the feedback. Yeah, gymnastics. Yeah. Yes, they're mouthy birds indeed. Yeah. They're excited for their Timu packages coming in from Timu merch. And this is taro that's eaten on other islands and stuff, in different parts of the world. Yeah. Lori said, I have to get up, but it's hard knee to take my walk and water garden, but it gets hot. Going to be 60, 96. Oh, that's hot. Yeah, where I was yesterday, it was like 86% humidity and 90 degrees. It was a really fun being in the yard cutting grass. Yeah. Yeah, good luck with that, Lori. It's going to be that's quite a heat wave you have. Scared. Yes, it was. Absolutely. Yes, it was. Scared. Yeah, it's bubbles. Oh, 82. That's nice. Yeah. That was a cicada. We've been hearing the cicadas chirp. Saw said no. My pleasure, Saw. I definitely am glad for that. In part 2 days, Lori says, in the past 2 days, I've only had one dose of Tylenol. Either the magnesium works or my head heard world. Amy tried Pasteline and said nope. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's very interesting. I think that's fascinating. Oh, your head heard the word from that medicine and said nope. Yeah, your head cured itself. The head decided to get with the program. I don't blame you. A lot of that stuff's unnatural, and there's things that you don't need in your body. So definitely the side effects and stuff. So it's good that you're taking natural things like magnesium. And also sometimes we call Bubble Simba. Oh, look at him. He itches. That's his signature stretch. When you said Simba, I heard the Lion King theme song start in my imagination. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is. Okay, and there he is. He's on the iron table. And Lori says to Saul, "How is she doing?" And she says her migraine is good. It's everything's good right now, and she wants to know how she's doing. Yes, he is regal indeed. He looks like the mascot of Better Homes and Gardens. Hilarious. Oh, I'm sure you both loved it. That is great that y'all got to see that on Broadway. A lot of good metaphors in that one. Yes, exactly, Lori. Yeah, I love the animation they did back then. It was I saw the newer version of Lion King where they had like real animals or animated in there, but I like the cartoon version too. Yeah, it's a very inspirational story and about the circle of life, etc. Yeah. And the resilience is very important. So, yeah, the now I'm thinking of the theme. Oh, it's lots of dialogue. Okay, okay. Yeah. So disclosure. Some people say the reviews are not good. Some people say the reviews are good. Uh, it's a lot of dialogue. So that is interesting. How it definitely could be subliminal messaging about what may be coming with a complete alien disclosure. Saw girl, that's a very good question. So yes and no. This is called taro. And yes, on island in the Pacific Islands and other countries in Asia, they eat these like you eat a salad. Or, no, not like a salad. That would not be good. They cook them and they put them, especially the roots are like potatoes. In Hawaii too, right? It's like a potato, but it has very crystallized spikes inside of it. So they have to cook it really well so to kind of water down the spices. I mean, the crystal looking things that might be a little bit harsh on the throat. Now, apparently, there's two variations. One of them isn't really that edible, and one is more edible than the other. So, but either way, yeah, it's edible, but it's something that would be tedious to cook to make it edible. But people on islands do it all the time. They eat them like potatoes, and they put them in dishes and stuff. So, yeah, they do eat them in other parts of the world. Here we use them more as the, you know, ornamental plants. But yeah, it's edible technically. But there might be variations that are more edible than others. So people that would want to try it can like do diligence and research before like one person would try to eat it. But yeah, it's they are eaten by different cultures around the world. She said she was walking around upstairs, opening windows and setting up fans to put in cool air, and your birds chirp so loudly that I think my little sparrows outside were a bit scared. It's they were a little bit shaken by the vocals of the mixtape that's being dropped by these birds. Yeah. That is so funny. Hilarious. Hilarious. Yes, yes, that's probably how it's done in the islands. They will wrap it up. They'll put it in a wrap and then cook it. Yeah, yeah, but their roots are like giant potatoes, and they're put in different dishes. Yeah, great idea. I have never eaten it before. No. One day it'd be cool to try. I bet elephant ears are great compost too. I use my big comfy leaves for that too. Yes, it's very good compost, and I've used it for compost before. Yeah, so I've used it as compost. Yes, it would make a great tamale. That's true. Yeah. Or he said I had a little female hummingbird that loves comfy flowers. She takes the rest of the steel tomato plant guards. She takes rest on the steel tomato plant guards. Oh, that's awesome. I love hummingbirds. Yeah, it would make a giant tamale. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely what it would be. Yeah. Oh, I have a. There are some flowers I had, and the hummingbirds were eating, were drinking nectar from them. You know what? Check and Chong would do with those leaves. Yes, yes, that was hilarious. Yeah, that was a fun video to see. I have a bird bath, but I don't have feeders. You know, but the neighbors have them. I the seeds and the different plants that we have, the trees are the way that they eat. Like they eat the different berries and know stuff that are around, and the trees are the bird feeders in a way. Yeah. But that's something I could get at some point. Yeah. Yeah, check and chong. Yeah. When I was little, we had hummingbird feeders. They look like little houses. Yeah, sneaky cat. Yeah. Yeah, when I was little, we had bird feeders. That would be, it's cool to have that, especially like in the woodland parts. Oh, hey, Nan. Good morning. Caught a squirrel hanging upside down over a hummingbird feeder years ago, tipping the drink and syrup. That's hilarious. That is savage. That had to be one of the most funniest scenes to see. Yeah, it's like the squirrel is acting like it doesn't exist. Yeah, they are very crafty and sneaky. They just know how to get into anything. Yeah, the squirrels are geniuses. They're also scientists. They're um, and a lot of times the squirrels here are like they're around here. You don't see them as much because they're good at hiding. Oh yeah, Lori. There's crows here, and the crows are kind of rude. Yeah, they were here earlier. They sound kind of rude, and they're real like loud. Yeah, that was it. Crow is her totem. Annoying little creature is also smart. Yeah, another witty creature. Yeah, that's very cool. It's your totem. Yeah, we've been hearing them all morning. Squirrels, rats, and owls live in palm trees. That is so cool. You have a bunch of different universes colliding in one. Because in the palm tree, man, those are very lovely birds. Mine too. Yeah. The cardinals, those little red birds, are so always nice to see, and they're so like uh, good, very lucky. Yeah. Yeah. So they all share one palm tree. Oh, look who it is. Hey, Claude. Chat tells you good morning, Claude. The Claudster. Good morning. Yes, my nana in England has one. He's posing for the camera. Yes, I agree. A boiling frog. Cats can see that. Definitely. Yeah, he definitely is a character. Yeah. Yes, I'm wearing Crocs. Oh, afternoon UK. Afternoon. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Yeah. Yeah, Claude spa time. Yes, indeed. Yeah, coolest pattern. Absolutely. Oh, 420. Yeah, shout out to 420. It's 420 somewhere. has a crack in her wall, so she puts a picture frame over it. Yeah. Um, I've heard of that trick before. Lori said I also have a multicolored mini lights around my living room, and my 420 clock, very groovy, baby. Yeah. 420 for every day. It helps RA, but I was smoking since 70s. Oh, that's cool, chat. And Nan says she's allergic to it. All right. Scared. Yeah, Lauren saw that. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah. And yeah, some people are. There's a girl I went to school with that was allergic to it. Yeah. And let's see. Something this way. And her mom's allergic to it. Oh, okay. Oh, and the wasp trying to follow me around again. Okay. We'll just go here. Yeah. Nan says the smell makes her violently ill. Yeah. Yeah, the girl I knew, she said the same thing. Yeah, scared. Yeah, the evil wasp attacking me. Scared. Scared. Sauce said it is a weed, so allergies don't surprise me. I guess sniffles when I smoke it. Oh, Saw gets sniffles. Okay. Morning, Shell. Morning, Shell. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. It's the second time today an evil wasp, trying to chase me. The wasp must have a crush on me. Oh yeah, Nan. I have allergies to some stuff too. I know what it's like. Uh, but yeah, it's definitely the it can be very annoying. Yeah, it definitely sucks. You see those? Those are hawks or buzzards. They're looking for something that's not alive. Yes, Saw. If there's not a trial on, I'll have something. All right. Oh, okay. So I will. If there's no trial on, I will play a replay of something. Let me know if Chad heard me. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Lori. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Saw. Yes, Con. It exists in the U.S. It was imported here, though, from another area of the world. There's some plants that were here that they imported from different parts of the world to here. So it's not native here, but they imported it here. So, yeah, another thing is there's the Madagascar worm, who's really big and slimy and creepy looking. And that came here because of different plants that they had that were exotic. And the seeds came along too. Yeah, now, Kathy Rusin said if anybody was chatting, they would take the trial down. But yeah, I think with that trial, people should be able to chat in it though. Yeah. The judge said there is no chat allowed, but I don't know. Anyway, I mean I know that, but I thank you, Dan, for the information. Yes, hurricanes can bring winds and cause a disruption in the ecosystem to bring different plants around. For instance, that big tree in my yard that we're always under, that came because of a hurricane. So yes, hurricanes bring all kinds of plants, especially if a flood happens. But a flood's not really good to happen. But yeah, floods can bring them, and wind and rain can bring them too. I know, but on YouTube, they're not allowed to do it on YouTube because the judge said that they're not supposed to do any kind of chatting online. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but on YouTube, we're not supposed to do it. Yeah, but thank you, Nan, for letting us know. Oh, not the fig tree. It's the tallow tree in the other yard where we watch the sunrise. Well, it didn't directly plant a tree. It brought a bunch of different trees in the area that eventually brought it over here. But no, hurricanes have brought all kinds of plants here over time. Because they could bring in different types of insects and bugs and animals too. They could bring all kinds of different life in general to an ecosystem. That fig tree was planted 2000, the year 2000 probably. No, yeah, probably 2000, 2001, something like that. Yes, that's correct, Lori. Yeah. Evil wasp came back. Here. And Saw says Law and Crime Channel took down their live chat icon. Only feed and sound allowed. We are judged. Yeah, yeah. Kathy Roosin posted on Twitter that if any of the channels, cough the spaceship, uses the feed with a chat, that trial gets taken down. So the judge was specific that there's no chat happens, and just like with trials that I'm either in or we're watching, we respect what they have to say. Although I disagree with the judge because I think that a live chat is perfectly fine. You know what it must be, chat? The wasp got the alien, right? Saw said, I used to have a neighbor who yelled at the birds to shut up. So strange. She didn't like barking either. Well, he seems like an agitated person. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been like a. It reminds me of like a cartoon scene. Like imagine that in like a cartoon scene, something like that happening, like in SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents or something like that, or even like those older ones, like Looney Tunes. Just quit that racket, and then like he throws a book, then the book does a boomerang move and hits the dude in the head, and he falls over or something like that. Yeah, so scared. The wasp may have gotten me, chat. Scared. Oh yeah, I bet you would, Saw. Yeah. All right, I'm back. So yeah, it looks like the wasp got me for a second, but I got out of it. She yells, "Get out of here, you uh black beastards!" My sis and I said, "Mom, you can't yell at that. It's racist." And she kind of naive. Oh, scared. Lori, that's hysterical. Yeah. Oh yeah, Wasp got evasion alien. Yeah. Scared. My mom was a retired teacher, and she was always saying things that made everyone laugh. Yeah, my grandma's kind of like that with the things she says. Yeah, the people can they can say some funny things relative and stuff. Yes, that definitely sounds like Lori's mom was a good teacher, and Lori inherited that from her. Yeah. Once Hickory Farms at the mall, she looked at the pack of jerky and said, "For that price, I'll shoot my own deer and jerk my own meat." My dad just quietly ducked outside. Oh my goodness, that she is a riot, definitely. Well, it looks like a party's going on in there, Saw. Passion's very witty, also. Yeah, it's people can say some very hilarious things. You know, it takes a talent, for that. Yeah, the birds outside. They're gonna start imitating the mockingbirds next. Yeah, mocking the mockingbirds. Yeah. DeLeon, it's so great to see you. So, chat, uh, DeLeon is a friend of mine I went to school with since first grade, by the way. He's cool people. And he has a cool channel. Wow, it's great to see you, buddy. So, I am I'm doing good. I've been doing these garden lives, and they'll get like thousands of views. And we've been talking about nature. We'll watch the sunrise, and a lot of people like it. And it's peaceful, and people think it's a really cool thing. People watch it all over YouTube. So yeah, we're doing really good and doing this garden stream. But of course, go into the other yard and do it as well. And yes, so there's woodpeckers. Yes, and hey, Nash, over here, we used to talk over here. I remember that. And now I'm talking to other people here too, but through YouTube. And I was talking the other day about like back when we were in school, like around 2016, and how far that the channel has gotten. And I'm in the same location that we used to talk at, so it's really gone a long way. Yeah, and DeLeon, I hope that you're doing well. How are you? Hope you're doing well with your detailing. Thanks for coming here. It's a very delightful surprise indeed. And also, we're doing a lot of trials too. We've been looking and reacting to trials and looking at the alien files. And there's lots of different alien files coming out. They're not as exciting at first, but they have some interesting information in there, though, that has been exposed. So they couldn't hide it forever. Yeah, so yeah, the mockingbirds are just going all over the place and they are chirping. and they've been saying all morning long. Richard Dolan just did a good analyst on the third Alien Files drop. Oh, thank you, Lori. I'll be interested to see that. Yeah, and we've been looking into the Alien Files also, and many people were documenting UFO experiences that they had, and they do talk about people under the earth too. So that's something that we've been talking about. Yeah, and also, DeLeon, there's been lots of people here from internationally that are on these streams too, which I think is quite very fascinating. Yeah, yeah. So we talk about cryptids and aliens and different things like that, and pretty much everything else. Yeah. All right. And DeLeon said, "Nice man, it's good. I'm doing good, busy, great. My YouTube channel is doing really good. I'm glad that you are doing good." Oh, thank you uh, for updating me, DeLeon. And yeah, a shout out to DeLeon Auto Detailing. He has a cool channel. He talks. He does videos about his detailing work, and I'm glad that it's going good for you with the different things you're doing. Oh, that's good, Lori. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, you could tap him, and then it'll say like go to channel, and you go to his channel. Yeah, yeah. So that's awesome. All that's going good because it's been a while since we've talked, and also, Deleon, I have this a pirate theme I've been doing with the show, and a lot of people like it. They think I'm wearing a bicycle seat or something, but it's some other people know what it is. But yeah, so we've been doing the high seas of the internet pretty much. So I've been really busy. I've been doing a lot of things. I was also I'm still involved with different trial channels, and there's been all kinds of good things that have been coming from it. Also with the different trials that have been happening, and I lots of nice drama for everybody. So it's been pretty exciting. Yeah. The garden's growing well. I'm growing a couple different plants that are nice, for different vegetables and things. And we're just talking about different jokes. We're talking about a variety of different stuff like that. It's been it's always fun here and always relaxing. Sometimes there's trolls, but we all just eventually get rid of them or ignore them or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely been a fun ride with these streams, and people will be hitting me up and like I'll be complimented in other live streams. They'll tell me that they like the Garden Live, and we play the trials. That's also good too. Oh yeah, understood, Leon. Yeah, you got a lot on your plate, and I remember I went with you one time to do the detailing, and that was fun. Yeah, DeLeon, I've been extremely busy with YouTube. Sometimes I go live. I go live during the daytime streaming a trial, and then at nighttime I'll stream the more of a trial, and then I'll stream the garden lives. So sometimes I'm up like over 24 hours. Sometimes I'm up for days. Although chat recommends me sleep more, and I do, and I can. But yeah, I've been very busy myself. Also, it's very good to hear from you. You see, going live all the time, you'll have a lucky day. And for instance, seeing Gillian here. Oh, okay, DeLeon. Yeah. Yeah, it unlocks at 51. And you can do a computer live, but you're more into doing the streams on your phone. So, like a stream on your phone, it would take 51 subscribers. But the other one is, a computer you can do at any type of level. But that level you're speaking about on the phone, you need about 51. That's true. 50 or whatever it is. So then the YouTube on the computer is anytime though. So, and you'll get there. Yeah. I remember you like working on cars. I remember the older truck you had. It was from the 50s or something. Yeah, it was kind of rusty, but it was cool. Yeah, there's all kinds of flying things around here that are trying to sting me. Yeah, and I'm also like involved with the different streams, and I'm very popular in different streaming groups. And it's it's been a nice adventure. It's been a nice adventure. And a lot of times we sit here and like watch nature, listen to the birds. So that's all nice and fun to do. Yeah, I don't upload videos as much. Yeah, very nice truck. Yeah. Also, Nash, I've been doing merch. People like the merch that I do, and I've been on different shows. But the main thing I've been focusing on is my own channel, and it's been going good. I enjoy my little uh, child chat group over here, and also on the other channels too, uh, and all the politics within it. It's um, you definitely never get bored with it. It's very cool. So this is kind of like FaceTime Deleon, but in a different way with a bunch of other people uh, at the same time. So the technology and the different things you could do is quite fascinating. Yeah, Deleon and I were into FaceTiming, and we would talk about different things. Yeah, it was fun. I see more wasps, so I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, and it's almost I feel like a rock star in a way with the schedule. It I have, yeah, and I do the lives every day, or usually every day. May not always every day, but I used to um, before other things came up with the when we did the phone lives, we would do the phone lives, and then we do the trials. Yeah, pretty much do it every day, and yeah, it's really cool. I also have been uploading shorts again. It's been a while since I've done that, but I've been uploading them. Yeah, it's always nice to hear from you when possible. And the channel gets recommended through algorithm and other people, word of mouth, and all of that really helps everything out. Dillion said, "Yeah, a lot of shorts videos and YouTube videos I posted yesterday reached 1K views, and one reached 1.2. Oh, congratulations! You know, 'cause I was telling you before that the detailing on YouTube is a good idea, and 1.3. Oh, that is excellent because you see that is good for your channel. And I was telling you before that the detailing channel would be a good idea. And I've helped other people with their own channels, and you know I've done it with other people too. So besides you, but yeah, I'm glad that you're doing that because you keep on doing that, it'll gain momentum and get more people. But yeah, it's definitely a thing that people will like to see because people like detailing in cars. It's very popular. And there's always a niche for everything. The detailing is very important to do. And the internet with YouTube, you could do so many things with it. If you can communicate much quicker than before. So I'm glad continuing because it's a good start you have there. Yeah, and those are the cicadas. And my family's doing good too. Also, and I like what I do is pretty much everything I do is YouTube stuff. But my family's also doing good as well. And the cats and people love the. We have a new cat named Claude. People really like the cats and the different little critters in the stream, like the raccoons and possums and stuff. It's it's definitely adventurous. And there's still wasps stuff to go over there. See, and those mockingbirds are in the distance. They'll be there, and they'll make all kinds of different tunes and sounds and stuff. That's something else fascinating about them. And they seem to have unlimited energy. It seems because they like to build it up until it's out there, and I like to go do their tweeting. Oh, that's a nice story. That's a nice story. Because I know you're watching the garden stream from your garden, and the okra is going growing good. I've never grown okra before, but it's coming up pretty well. And yesterday, I went to put this accidentally unrooted the tomatoes, and I put it back in the ground with my methods of putting a lot of water in it and putting different soil in it, and then I got it so it didn't have a shock. So yeah, it was. It's been very hot, as you know, but it's been. It was good to get the yard cleared out because it's been raining so much. Sometimes I don't do the streams when it's raining, but I'm glad that that rain cleared up so I can go do what I have to do with that. Yeah. My longest live stream, DeLeon, is 25 hours. It was during the one of the trials that we were replaying with my friend, with our chat friend, especially with the other chat friends, with a passion and Saw Girl, and we were watching that. It was pretty cool. Yeah, be careful with the weeding because sometimes you might weed out the plant itself. Yeah. So definitely evil wasps. You know, over here. So that's good that you'll be able to catch up while school's out. That's good. Also got a new phone to do the streaming on, and the battery lasts way longer. Of course, it goes out eventually, but it's a um, much better than the other. Yeah. And sometimes when I would do the live streams, Nash, it would I would go. Sometimes I just go out. Sometimes it would seem like I wake back up. Like it'll or the nodding off thing happened to me before, and yeah, so it's like a long adventure. Yeah, but I mostly stay. You know, I don't really fall asleep. I just mostly do what I got to do. Of course, the body does what it does, and it goes out. Yeah, yeah. Lori teaches at a school, and it's out, and she's able to get some other things done now. That's a drop it. DeLeon said, "Yeah, I just ordered a new iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's coming tomorrow." Oh, that's good, Nash. That's good that you got that. It'd be good for your different YouTube stuff too. All right, DeLeon said, "Yeah, I just ordered a new." All right, DeLeon said, "Yeah, I just ordered a new." I read that already. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to switch over to something so to go back into the other garden for a second. Last week I had 6 vehicles. This Friday, this past, I had 3 of day, but back to real job tomorrow. Okay, well, thanks for the update about that. Yeah, last week 6 vehicles, and this Friday past I had 3 off today. Back, yeah, that's a lot of work. Definitely, it's a good work ethic you're putting into it. Yeah, so it's good that you're getting vehicles, and there's more customers coming in, and uh, different things that you're doing. So that is awesome. I thought it was cool when you did when you detailed boats before. That's really cool. Yeah, you're saying your real job. I'm like, they're both real jobs. Yeah. You mean your other job? Yeah. Yeah. It's his real job. It's like maybe you had a Timu job or a Sheen job, but no, he had a another job. Yeah. Now, another thing, they'll call what you do is like a side hustle. Yeah. I say Timu and Sheen. Sheen is another store that my friend Mermaid came up. She orders from Sheen, but Sheen was another like cheap Chinese store that people can use as like a slang, and we like a roast or a saying online. So Sheen's another one that we use, but I say Timu a lot, and all over YouTube in the world, people are saying Timu now. So I spread different. I start trends. I'm a trendsetter. Yeah. Right back. Let's see if I get this to work again. Let's see. I'm back. All right, so I'm going to show you DeLeon. This is the okra. Lori, it was buffering because I had to switch over to the other thing so I could come back over here. So, yes, I caused it to buffer intentionally. Yeah. Yeah, it's saying right here, right here. Yeah. Okay, so Deleon, that's okra. Okay. And this is tomatoes. And we have some more tomatoes in there. This is the pumpkins. This is the pumpkins and squash. This is the elderberry. And those are some more elderberries. Yeah, this is the big tree the storms brought in. Yeah. Yeah, Deleon, these Halloween decorations are still out. Yeah. Okay. That's another pumpkin. These are the elf in your plants. Yeah, so and these are some ornamental plants that are good for like shielding the weather. Right there. So yeah, Deleon, that is the garden. You too, Deleon. Thank you for stopping by. Have a blessed day. All right. And also, chat on my end, I also have to go too. And hold on a second. I'm not going just yet. Wait. Oh yes, the mockingbirds picked up on it. Yeah. Oh yeah, they hear what I'm saying, and they definitely know the truth about that. Yeah. So what we have right here. Yeah, yeah. The mockingbirds heard me, and they're imitating me. They're been alienized. They became Timu birds because of me. Right. Yeah, you too, Lori. Thank you, Lori, and Saul, and everyone else watching, lurking, listening. This has been an amazing stream. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to Deleon too. And yeah, I have to go do. I have to get some things done. And see you all on the next one. And peace. See you in the garden again, and hopefully on the UFO File Lives. Yes. Okay. Take care, Saul.